Hello friends, you're welcome back to my channel. On today's recipe, I'm going to share with you how to make a spongy chiffon cake. This is a type of cake that gives volume, or preferably it yields more batter for you, and it is very nice and great for people that work with whipped cream cakes or buttercream cakes. Now, to make this recipe, all you need is some water, you need oil, flour, sugar, eggs, salt, and your baking powder, and also the vanilla and milk flavor. I forgot to say that this recipe is also cost effective. It is not expensive to make. And don't worry, loves, all ingredients that I've used, I've listed all in the description box, but please make sure you watch to the end. And if you want to recreate this recipe, please also make sure that you follow all the steps. So the first thing I'm going to do is to separate my egg whites from my egg yolk. During this process, you have to be really careful because this helps, like this is the main part of the recipe, of the cake recipe. Now you have to be very sure that your yolk doesn't enter into your egg white. It should be a perfect separation, because when your yolk gets into your egg white, it's not going to foam, and that foam, it is the actual recipe. It is what you need. And also the size of your egg matters, and also the freshness. You should also make sure that you get fresh eggs and you get at least sizable eggs. Now that I'm done separating, I'm going to pour my egg yolk into a mixing bowl, and then I go in with water, my oil, my flavor, vanilla flavor, and milk flavor. After this, I'm just going to give it a very good mix, and then I come in with my sugar. So my sugar, I'm going to be dividing it into two. I'm just going to pour like half of it, and then I keep the other half. The next thing I'm going to do is to combine my dry ingredients, which contains my flour, my salt, and baking powder. So after this, I'm going to be adding my dry ingredients into my egg mixture. I'm going to be dividing it into three. So I'll add the first part, I mix, and then I add the second part and the third part. While mixing the third part, you'll notice that the batter is thick. Not to worry, just only because your egg white is not yet there. After doing this, I'm now going to start mixing my egg whites on a high speed. I'm using a hand mixer. If you have a stand mixer, you can also use it. And then I'm going to start adding my remaining sugar into the egg white. I'm also going to be adding sugar 3 times. And please, there is no need to stop mixing. Just keep mixing while adding your sugar. Now I think my egg white has reached a stiff peak. And to confirm this, I'm just going to flip my mixing bowl upside down. And if it doesn't feel like falling, that means I am good to go. Now to the final part, I'm going to fold in the egg white foam. No mixing rough, not in a harsh way, just fold in gently. And I'm also going to be adding this 3 times. Now after mixing this, after folding in your egg white, your batter should be light, airy, and fluffy, just like then mine. I pour this batter into my lined 9 inches baking pan. I prefer using lined baking pans to greased baking pan. That means I used parchment paper or baking paper. That is what I use. After pouring this, I'll make sure that I also scrape in everything into the baking pan. And you can also use 2 baking pan, maybe your 8 inches pan, just to avoid the risk of overflow. After doing this, I'm now going to pop this into my oven and allow it to bake for like 35 to 45 minutes. Now my cake is ready, and this cake, I use it for meal cake, and I can also use it for normal birthday cakes. It really comes out very nice and very fluffy. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share your thoughts, share it to your loved ones, and see you on the next one. Bye.